All right, I'm back. It said my connection was unstable and nobody seemed to be there, so I started over. Hopefully some people will come back in. This is continued. This is part 2 of the Witchy Haul. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this because I don't know if that was even recorded and I don't have time to go back and rewatch it. So right before the connection started to get wild, hi, welcome back. Sorry, got kicked off. Right before the connection started to go wild, I was talking about the supernatural deck. And now this has gotten some good reviews and bad reviews. I find it accurate, but a lot of people gave it bad reviews because they were annoyed because there weren't characters in some of the pip. So like 6 of Pentacles is just 6 pentacles. There's no other visualizations. So you need to be mindful of that if you're going to be looking to get that deck. And I will do a flip through on that after, but I found it very accurate. I was playing with it for a friend. So, okay, we're going to start wrapping up. The last thing, so here's the warning about a business. This business, Earth and Moon Boutique, okay? This business, and I was waiting to talk about this with you guys because I didn't want to blast them if they got their shit together, but they didn't. So I really need to talk about it. I mentioned it in a previous video that I had signed up for a purchase with a company that sent me copyrighted infringement decks. Okay, that is this company. What happened with this company? How did I find this company? I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that. So, I just need to give some genuine feedback about this company. I'm very disappointed in them. What happened with this company was I got an ad on Facebook that said, $12 for 2 surprise tarot decks. It's just $12 for 2 surprise tarot decks. You pay $12 and you get 2. And then it gives you the option when you're doing that to upgrade for $1 to get 3. So I did. It did not say anywhere while I was going through this that, and I don't know if they're going to change it because I threatened them, so they might change the way that they do it. But they threatened them and that I was going to report them to the Attorney General and to the Better Business Bureau because it's a scam. It's not okay what they're doing. They signed me up, and this is why when you buy things online, it's always good to use a credit card company because a credit card company will have your back if you have a good credit card company, and if the company screws you over, you can report it to the credit card company. So they signed me up for some kind of VIP access for $13 a month, $12.95 a month that I never agreed to. It was apparently in the fine print in the terms and conditions. Who looks at terms and conditions? It was in the terms and conditions with the fine print with this company. When I purchased those 3 little decks, I signed up. And I never agreed to sign up, but that's what their terms and conditions, their freaking fine print was about. That if you make a purchase from them, they automatically sign you up and then you can cancel at any time. I didn't realize that. So I was going through my credit card statement and saw the $12 purchase for the 2 decks and then the $1 purchase for the additional deck. And then $12.95 4 days later. And I was like, what is this? So I contacted them. They didn't get back to me. Then a few days after that, I get charged. It's super shady. Then a few days after that, I get charged $29.99 for a magic tarot box that I also did not agree to sign up for. So this is all with this company. All I agreed to purchase was 3 surprise tarot decks for $12 and $1 for an additional $12 for 2 and 2 total, and then $1 additional for an additional deck. That's all I agreed to. So they kept my credit card information. In the meantime, I'm trying to get into their VIP portal because supposedly I somehow got signed up for it and I don't have an account. I have no account. I have no way to log in to cancel it. I have no way to go in and see what they're doing. I have no idea what I'm signed up for. I can't get onto their website to get an account in to log into it. The account that I supposedly agreed to do. So all this is going on. I send them an email to ask questions. And I wasn't pissed at first. I was just like, what is happening? And they don't get back to me. In the meantime, I get 3 oracle decks, not tarot, oracle decks. And it, to a layman, to somebody that doesn't do this for a job or doesn't do this on the regular and is just getting into it, they wouldn't know the difference. But somebody like me who has been doing this for 20 years, yeah, I know the difference between an oracle deck and a tarot deck. And you said you were sending me 3 tarot decks. I got the Romance Angels, Doreen Virtue, the copyright infringement version. I got a Gabby Bernstein Super Attractor deck. And then I got the Starseed Oracle deck. And I did show that on a different video. I can't remember what video. I'll look it up later and link it below. But I showed that. And that I knew that they were copyright infringements because I had the original of the Starseed Oracle deck and the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels. They were like, the things they sent me were like this big. It was flimsy cardstock. The coloring wasn't right. And there was no booklet. And so it just was like, I know the difference. That's something you would buy off of AliExpress or Wish.com, and you'd pay maybe $5 for a deck. Now, they charged me $13 for those decks. Okay, whatever. But it was false advertisement. They didn't send me real decks. They didn't send me tarot decks. They sent me fake oracle decks. Okay? I hope you guys understand that. Then this magical tarot that I got, that I apparently signed up for, they sent me a fake. I don't know. It should be on there. Sorry, Rosemary. I got kicked off. I'll have to look. Hopefully it didn't get lost because I shared so much. I shared a ton of books. Oh God, I hope I didn't lose it. We'll see. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the lives to upload, but Hi. Sometimes it takes a few minutes for the lives to upload once you go off because it kicked me off because I lost my signal. So anyway, they sent me a copyright infringement. Thank you, Diane. They sent me a copyright infringement of the Light Seers Tarot, which I have. So it was also a fake. And in the meantime, I filed a dispute with my credit card company, which this is what you guys should do. And if nobody's taught you this, this is another learning lesson for life, that if you purchase something and it's not what it says, first go to the company. And if the company doesn't get back to you because they didn't get back to me, then report it to your credit card company. Don't let more than a week go by. So I reported it to my credit card company and they reimbursed me, and they are filing it under fraudulent charges and looking into it. You have to be honest with the credit card company and say, I did give them my credit card number, but I only agreed to this. I didn't agree to all that. Yeah, I did a whole thing of flipping through books, of sharing books. So check that out. So that company, and so this company, just so you know, again, Earth and Moon Boutique. So if you're on Facebook and if you have stuff on there on Facebook about witchcraft, about tarot, about oracle, about any of that, it will likely get recommended to you to check it out. Do not do it unless if you want to get scammed. They will sign you up for things that you didn't agree to. They will sell you fraudulent decks, and they will. So the Light Seers Tarot that I received, that was a fraudulent copyright infringement deck. They charged me $30 for that. The original Light Seers Tarot isn't even $25. It's like $21 or something like that. So they charged me an extra $10 for something that wasn't even proper, like that wasn't even legit. Okay. Yeah, I can't. So they finally replied to me. Go figure. I'm a Capricorn rising. I'm a Scorpio sun. So Capricorn risings are very, very good with money, and they're very like strict about their budgets and how they pay things and what they give their money to. They want to make sure that their money is given to something that is worth a value, which you may have seen me talk about in other videos. I don't mind buying, like, I buy certain makeups that are like $40 for one little tube, but it lasts forever and it's good quality, right? These glasses I just got myself, I won't need new glasses again for another 3 years. They were like $500, but I'm willing to pay for that kind of stuff if it's going to last. I just bought myself a Roomba. So I'm not a cheapskate. I'm a person that really likes to invest in things that are, oh! Oh, good, I'm connected. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this up because it keeps dropping. It keeps dropping me. So I don't know why either, because I go from having full Wi-Fi to having nothing. It's so annoying. So I'm gonna wrap this little spiel up, but definitely don't go to this company. And of course, they emailed me back after I had filed a fraudulent report with my credit card and asked me to remove it. They asked me to help a small business and remove it. No, I'm sorry. You're selling fraudulent decks, first of all. And second of all, you're misleading people. Why would I remove that? Why would I remove that? No, it's not okay. I would hope that somebody would hold me accountable if I was selling stuff without disclosing things. And because like I might sell the Light Seers deck on my Etsy shop, but I would definitely put something on there because I don't need it. I already have 2, or the Romance Angels one. But I would definitely put something on there like it's not the original. It is, it is kind of like a copyright. I would put something in there about it. I don't know if I can even sell it on Etsy. I might get in trouble for that. But I definitely don't be like, I wouldn't charge a large amount of money. I'd maybe charge like $5 for the deck because, or I might just give it away in my next giveaway. But I also don't know if, like, a lot of people don't want those kinds of decks. So I don't want to just send it to somebody and they just chuck it away. So that's that story there. So be careful. Be careful about this company. Yeah, they sent me, and then after everything, and they finally agreed to cancel my subscription the following month. So this all happened in February. The following month, in March, I get an email. Now, I've changed my credit card because I reported it to the company. So I got a whole new card with a whole new number. So that Earth and Moon Boutique cannot continue to charge me. And I get an email from Earth and Moon Boutique saying, your Magic Tarot deck for the month of March is coming. You've been charged $29.95. Now, this is after I filed a fraudulent report. They emailed me back and said they would remove me from the subscription, and they denied doing anything illegal. And then they continued to charge me anyway. And I had a confirmation email. So hold on to your papers when stuff like that happens, or your emails. Don't just throw stuff away so you can prove, no, see, here's the confirmation. This is what I saw, what you said. There's no reason why you should be charging me. Oh, no, I know, Rosemary. People should appreciate it. But the thing is with the fraudulent decks, is that a lot of people, because I have a lot of friends that are readers, a lot of people won't use a deck that is a copyright infringement because they feel like it's not accurate and they don't connect well to it. So if you're a person that uses decks and you just get something for free that is not your cup of tea, you're not going to use it. You're just going to hold on to it. So yeah, isn't that crazy, Diane? So I just, nope. So I wanted to warn everybody about that. I know it was kind of a long story, but it was quite the rip. You got to be careful. You got to be careful with all these spiritual places popping up and what kind of spiritual places. Sorry, my nose is running. I have allergies that are starting up again. So you got to be really mindful and cautious of it. I also booked a tarot reading with somebody that is really kind of well known, and that I had followed for a long, long time. And this individual, this person, it took him 2 months to follow up after I paid him. I paid and booked, let's say, an appointment for today, and I was supposed to get my reading today. He didn't show up. He didn't call. He didn't cancel. He didn't reschedule. I had to chase him, and it took 2 months before he rescheduled and actually gave me the reading. And then he apologized and claimed he'd send me a candle, a magically charged candle to make up for it because he was a witch. And it took him another 3 months after that to send me the candle, which I ended up throwing away because I had already filed a fraudulent report with my bank because he took my money and didn't give me a reading. And I was like, you know what? By the time this candle comes, who knows what he's done with this? Who knows what he's charged? So I better just throw that away because I don't trust it. Like, it could blow up my life. Yeah, yikes. So I will not ever get a reading from this person again. And it's sad because I like his books. I have a book of his and I like it. So that's frustrating. It's very flaky to claim that you are a professional tarot reader and you take somebody's money and you don't show up. If you can't show up for whatever reason that day, contact the client and reschedule. The client shouldn't have to call you and chase you for months to get you to do it. All right, so that I think is about it. Oh, it's 12:30. So yeah, I've been on for about a half an hour now. So that's about it. Where's the channel going? Oh, that's the last wrap up. So let's end on a very positive note because I get heated about stuff. I'm very passionate. So let's end on a positive note. So where is the channel going? I have a few more videos that I've already filmed that are on like backlog that will be coming out. I am definitely doing one about my morning routine and how you can make witchy vibes and witchy energy and intentions in your morning routine very, very easily without doing a lot of work. Making it very, very simple. So I have that one coming up. I have one that I've been wanting to do for a while, sharing, and I may have to do this live. I've been considering doing it live, but I'm gonna have to test it out. I want to share the apps that I use on my phone because I don't know how to screen share and all that. I'm low tech here. About as low tech as it gets anyway. So there's several apps that I use daily that help me with energies, that help me with magic, that help me with the astrology. I have one about the moon. I have one about my general chart. I have one from Llewellyn's that I have shared that shares a spell a day. So you don't ever have to buy their 365 spell a day book. It literally gives you the spell on the app for free. You don't have to do anything for now. Anyway, I mean, I don't know how long it'll stay for free, but for now. And then there's another app called the Pattern app. And that one, I want to be careful about what I share there, only because it's an astrology app and you can run things called bonds, and you can have your partner, like your romantic partner, linked to it. And I have personal friends on there and things like that. So that's the one that I'm kind of like, can I share that live? Because I may open something that I don't mean to open and share it with everybody. And that one I might have to share either during that video, if I do it live, or like during a recorded video, I mean, or doing it in another session so that I can share that with you guys. I think that's everything I wanted to share for today. I have seen some stuff out there on Facebook. Oh, there's also a video coming out about light and dark magic and how I see it and how I explain it in my point of view. Perfect, Rosemary. I'm glad you found it. So how I explain that, I get into a detailed communication about that because there's I'll follow like tarot readers around or whatever on I try not to watch them too much because I don't want them to influence what I'm doing on here by accident or whatever. And I have seen a very specific tarot reader constantly telling people that they've had black magic done on them. And they read for like 300,000 people. Telling the collective of 300,000 people that they've had black magic done on them is not cool. That's fear mongering. That's scaring people. That's not okay. And people that don't know any better would be afraid of that. So I do cover that. I do talk about that a bit in my black magic versus light magic, dark magic, white magic, all that in that video. No, it's not healthy. And I think they mean well, but it's like, I don't know this person at all. So I don't know them personally. But they sell products. They sell intentional products to remove black magic, as they say, remove the evil eye, remove things that have been done to a person. It's been very rare in my experience that I have come across people that are actually cursed or actually have heavy magic done on them. And yes, I agree. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Like, you mean well, but you don't know what you're doing and you're scaring people. And that's not okay. Just focus on doing tarot. Like, tarot and witchcraft are very different. They're very different niches. And I do both. But I don't sell anything witchcraft, serious witchcraft on any of my platforms. I don't do that because I don't feel like it's right for me to be taking people's money when I haven't been practicing it as a professional I practiced it for myself, not as a professional. And I'll help out my aunt and uncle. I have an aunt and uncle that I'll do some spells for sometimes, like a lot of healing spells, cleansing spells, removals, stuff like that. I'm crossing, but I don't really charge a lot of money. Like, I helped my uncle deal with a boss he was dealing with that was a horrible boss. And I made like a protection pouch for him to carry, kind of like a mojo bag. I call them protection pouches just because I don't want to insult anybody with cultural appropriation. But it's pretty much the same exact thing. And it was loaded with all kinds of herbs and crystals and oils to keep him protected while he was at work. And he carried it on him every time he went to work. And within just a few weeks, that boss left. And it wasn't a plan. It was like a last minute thing. So it's cool to do intentional things for people just to help them out and not to take money, and do favors for people. That I like to do. And I'm going to be taking classes in Reiki soon. So that's cool too, because it's very much, and I'm taking a free herbalist class. So I have a lot going on. So the company that I buy my big herbs from, and I showed you a bag of it from the catnip a few days ago. The company that I buy my big herbs from, I buy them in bulk, and it's called Mountain Rose Herbs. And I will probably become an affiliate with them soon. I'm just waiting because I became an affiliate with a company called Function of Beauty, and I don't understand how to get it going. Like I said, low tech here. So Function of Beauty, is a shampoo and conditioner. It's a company, a beauty company, but I have been having a lot of trouble. I was having a lot of trouble with my hair, and I decided to invest in myself and buy something that was expensive and see how it went. And I liked it so much, I signed up to be an affiliate. I wanted to share it with you guys. However, it is still in such the planning phases that I don't understand the portal they signed me up for. I don't get how to navigate it. I'm going to have to do some kind of training, and I'm not sure if it's even worth it. So yeah. But Mountain Rose Herbs is a company that I highly recommend. And it's funny because I was talking to my aunt, my witchy aunt, my herbalist aunt about it. And she knows exactly what that company is. And she used to buy stuff. The thing that's nice about it is it's a huge company, and it's all organic, and it's all sustainably sourced. And they don't just sell herbs. They sell oils. They sell tinctures, not witchy. It's herbalist. Oils and tinctures and bottles and all sorts of stuff. And it's great. It's their quality is wonderful. And It is expensive for their shipping, and they can take a little while. But if you know, like for me, catnip, or they have great clearances too. If you know, like you need sage, or if you need juniper berry, and you can't get it from a local shop, it's a lot easier, smarter, cheaper as far as budgeting is concerned to purchase it from this company, and they are high quality. It's all organic. So they are actually offering, and the reason why I'm talking about them is they're offering a free herbalist, some kind of seminar or webinar or something that I signed up for because I'm on their mailing list. So check them out if you're interested in learning anything about herbalism. I'm not thinking I'm ever going to become a full-blown herbalist, but it does go hand in hand a lot with witchcraft. So I am very much into the herbs, into the nature, into the getting into the earth and the ground and doing that. I also have a list of stuff that I'm going to be trying to plant this season. Here it's March and it is starting to warm up. This is around the time that you start getting ready for to create a garden. And I have so many things that I do want to grow, but over the past couple of years, it's been hard because the local greenhouses, the local places that I would have purchased stuff from were either closed or they didn't offer things or they completely shut down. So I may have to grow things from seed, and I'm not sure how well that would go instead of buying like plants that have grown up at least a little bit and then planting them in the ground. My next video that I'm planning on filming, and I'm probably going to film it right after I sign off with you guys, is me making something called a nettle infusion. And I will reference the herbalist that I learned this from. She posted it on YouTube. I am not an herbalist. This is not my recipe, but it's something I'm going to try because, as I mentioned before, I was having trouble with my hair. My hair was falling out like bad. And I had to go through all these tests to find out what was going on with it. It was brittle. It was breaking. That's why it was so short for a long time. And I was really struggling with it. I've always had healthy hair, and I'm turning 40 this year, so it could be hormones. It could have been a lot of things. I ended up going and getting all sorts of thyroid stuff tested and hormones tested, and all that came back normal. I even went to a dermatologist and had the dermatologist check things out. And just as that happened, I switched to Function of Beauty for my hair care and was like, holy crap, this has made a significant difference because Function of Beauty, you get to pick. Although I'm not putting exactly what, I can't share an affiliate link with you right now because I don't know how. But Function of Beauty, the reason why I really like it is you get to choose your hair, like how is your hair? What kind of hair do you have? And then you get to choose your hair goals. So like if you want it to be stronger, if you want to have good roots, if you want it to stop breaking, if you want color protection, that kind of thing. And you get to pick your colors and you get to pick your scents. And I know they do body stuff too, but right now I just started with the shampoo and conditioner because that was where I really needed the assistance. I also have hard water, so I investigated that too, because hard water can create a buildup in your scalp and in your roots, and it can create a problem with your hair staying rooted. And so I got a special shower head, and I started when I went to the salon would have, oh, my phone is dinging. When I would have when I'd go and get my hair cut or colored, I'd have something called a scalp treatment and a hard water treatment. And that has made a significant difference between changing my shower head, changing my shampoo and conditioner, and changing the treatments that I do when I go to the hairdresser. It's more money, but it has stopped my hair from falling out, and it's now growing back instead of being damaged and brittle and crap and whatever. Yeah. So that I did a video about investing in yourself, in your self-care, and it can cost some money to invest in your self-care. And I always was buying stuff from Dollar Tree, like for my hair products, and it is okay. But when you're having trouble and things aren't working and you're getting older and you're not 20 anymore and you can just put whatever crap on your hair that you want, then you have to start looking at upgrading things. Yeah. It was very stressful. Thank you. It was because it started in like February last year, and I didn't have COVID. So the other reason why I'm sharing this is because COVID can cause hair to fall out, even after you're better. So that was one of the big questions everybody asked me. Did you have COVID? No, I've never had COVID. Knock on wood. I live a secluded life. I'm not out and about with people. So I thankfully haven't been exposed to it. But COVID can cause that as a symptom as well. And no, I didn't have COVID either, but it started around February last year. And sometimes they think it's just stress. And I was under a lot of stress. As you may know, you may have seen, I did some mental health videos, and I've been going to therapy, and I'm actually on depression medication, and things are going just a lot better because I invested in myself. And by investing in myself, it's made a significant difference. What am I reading right now? Let's talk about that super quick, and then I'm going to sign off because I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. Oh, and it's snowing now. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that it's snowing. It's actually snowing. So this is what I'm reading right now. I don't know if I've shared this with you. I'm on page 68, and it is not a witchcraft book. This is kind of a new age book. And although I am more witchcraft than new age, I still really like to read the big picture. And this was recommended to me by a friend. And it says your key, it sounds kind of hokey, right? Your key to lasting happiness, success, peace, and emotional well-being. So it sounds a little like self-help. However, the person that recommended it to me was a witch. And she was like, you should check this out. It helps with shadow work. It helps with releasing. It helps with letting go. Because I have a lot of like past traumas in my life, which is one of the reasons why it's easy to read for people who have darker energies or who have struggled, because I relate to it a lot. And so I have a lot of stuff that has been buried that I'm working through with releasing and not continuing to live in the past, but focusing future forward, present and future forward, instead of being constantly triggered by stuff that's already happened. And this book, it's sneaky. What I mean by sneaky is its method is super simple so far. And it really just kind of gets you thinking about the way that you think about things. It has a tiny bit of toxic positivity, like that much so far. But if you can see past that, the actual methods are so awesome about, I bought this used, it was $7 on Amazon. And you know me and used books. I don't turn them down. But it's sneaky because it makes you like look at what kind of goals you'd really like to have no matter what. Like if the sky was the limit and you had no limitations, what are your big dreams? What are your small dreams? It makes you do a journal and think about that. And then it talks about why are you holding on to certain, they call it stories. And what they mean by stories is like, oh, I am so sad. I had such a bad childhood. I didn't have a bad childhood. I'm just using this as an example because a lot of people will say stuff like that. I had such a bad childhood. It was so hard growing up. It was so hard. Like my father was never there and my mother never loved me and my mother was absent. Not my story, just an example. And you create this story about who you are. My father and mother are still together and I see them all the time. So that's not my story, but that's just an example. And we get so locked into our stories that we don't think about who we are now. We just keep perpetuating what's already been there. And it's the same thing with any area of your life. So like I'll get a reading from a client that'll be like, will I ever find love? Not with that attitude, you won't. You got to believe that you're going to find love. You got to go out there. You got to test things. You got to stay hopeful and stay positive, even if you're struggling, which sucks. But that is the way to do it, to focus on you, love yourself, and not worry about love right now. Not hate it, but not worry about it. And I help people shift their energies. And so that this is helping me shift mine in ways that I've never thought of. So it's really cool. And I think it's going to really up my coaching levels to try to help people with more stuff. I don't know if you guys can see that I'm wearing the Evil Eye necklace from Tamed Wild that I got. Freaking love it. Okay, we're going to wrap up because, as I said, I'm getting a headache. So I don't know if it's allergies or if it's the season or what, but I've been getting killed with migraines the last couple of days. And I haven't had them in a long time. So it's really frustrating. Hi, Nina. So I am actually, your mom tells you all the time, rewrite the cassette tape. I was born in the 90s, so I know what those are. Yeah, I was born in 82. So that's just an idea of how old I am. Aw, thank you. So I don't even know where I was going with this. I have another company I will probably be recommending soon. Not an affiliate. I don't know if they even accept affiliates, but this candle is, I don't know if you guys can see it, Palo Santo. And it literally has chunks of Palo Santo in it. And I need to figure out how to recreate this candle because it smells delicious. If you like the smell of Palo Santo, oh, it's so good. So I have to the company that makes it, they do all sorts of stuff. Oils, sprays, candles, incense. I'm not a fan of incense though. They hurt my head. And soaps, powders, all kinds of stuff. Baths, bath washes, floor washes. I really like the company. It was recommended to me by somebody. I can't even remember who, a friend a long time ago. And they have never let me down. And my aunt has even bought some of their stuff and used their stuff and loved it. Different aunt, the aunt with the kitties. You guys have seen that house and the kitties, me house sitting for the kitties. Yeah. So that is about it. Comment down below if you want me to do, you can buy chunks in jars. Oh, okay. Comment down below if you want me to do another live with the kittens, because I will be house sitting, I don't know, in a couple of weeks, months. I want to say like in May. I could be wrong though, but I'll be house sitting coming up in a little while. And I know some people really liked watching the wild cats wrestle behind me. So I may do another live there so that you can see, or I might just film and do a live there. They're so loud, but they're so funny and they're very distracting. My kitty's so old. She's just asleep in the other room. She's turning 13. She's an oldie. Okay. Oh, Palo Santo chunks in jars. Yeah, I have Palo Santo sticks. I have them. I have to do more research on it though, only because I had heard and read an article, this was several years back now, maybe 5 years ago, that Palo Santo was going extinct because it's a holy tree. That's what it is. It's a tree in South America somewhere, and I can't remember where. I want to say Brazil, but I'm not sure if it was actually Brazil. And that because so many New Age, metaphysical, witchy people have been using them, the bark of the tree, the wood of the tree, to cleanse their space, it was starting to go extinct, kind of the way like sage, when we overused sage a lot. I like cedar too. I have cedar trees actually in my yard. And so when they drop branches and they drop their needles and stuff, I will gather them up and thank the trees. And I have huge mason jars filled with dried cedar because it's on hand. It's on hand and it's free, and it's taking from the land instead of bothering people or taking from somewhere that you don't know if it is sustainable. So that's the one thing I'm not sure about with Palo Santo. I have more research to do about that because I don't know if it is sustainable or not. I have essential oils of it, so I might use that to make some I have some oils that I might use to make some candles. I don't know. I've never made candles before. So as far as selling cedar or giving cedar, I was thinking of selling cedar. but I only have 3 trees, and what I collect is what's already fallen to the ground. So it ends up going brown, and I don't know who would actually be interested in that, because to sell, I would have to trim the tree. And I feel like that's not fair to the tree. I feel like that's something that I'm being greedy, and I need to being greedy to make money, to sell it, to make a profit off of a living creature. So I try really hard not to. I haven't done it yet. If people would buy the brown dried cedar, I would sell that. Yeah, that's it. My parents' trees also drop horse chestnuts, which are pretty cool too. Or Chinese chestnuts, not horse chestnuts, and they have spines. And I thought of it too late this fall because they drop them in the fall. The spines would be great for protection magic, the way that any kind of spiny, like rose thorns, are great for protection magic. And I was like, oh crap, I could gather these and sell them. And it was too late. It was too late. I didn't think of it on time. So, all right, I have lots to do. I will see you guys all in the next video. If you're looking to support this channel, it is always an option to check out my Etsy shop, to check out my Amazon wish list, which I never mention. I just link them down below because I'm not here to plug stuff. But or to check out I have a PayPal donations link also down there. And melsdivination.com is coming up by the end of the week. So by Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, it will be up and running, and services can be booked. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea, Nina. That's a good idea. So my goal for 2022 is to have enough private clients that I have to put my calendar on hold. That is my goal, so that I need to take a little break from readings and not be so full of readings that I am overbooked and that I'm start to finish every day. So that's my goal. That's where my goal is going. That's my dream. And readings or coaching sessions, either or, private clients that I'm booked out. So there we go. And I will see you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting with me. Yeah. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Check out part 1 if you haven't seen part 1. This will all be posted in my channel somewhere. So, thank you, Diane. Yeah, it's been rough. I use essential oils, and I have prescription medication, and I don't know what's going on. It's taking me out. It could be, I suspect it may also be the collective energy, because I am sensitive to stuff, and with what's going on over in the Ukraine, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that on here. Well, you guys know what's going on in the world. I don't know what we can talk about and what we can't talk about. So I'm just not going to get into that detail. But what's happening on the eastern part of the world, there's a lot of fear and a lot of sadness and a lot of grief. And I could be feeling some of that too. And I've been trying, I don't know if you guys can see it. I have my shungite earrings on with hematite. I have a hematite ring on. I have the evil eye. I have a bunch of other protective bracelets on, and that's why I have my Palo Santo going, because the energies are a bit heavy, and I've had to take a lot more baths, and I've had to go to bed early and rest more. So I'm not sure if that's what I'm picking up, but it could be. Sometimes that happens. Like when there was a volcano, I think in New Zealand or around New Zealand, that went off, I got really sick, and I didn't know that's what was happening until the next day. And then I was like, oh, that's why I got unexplainably sick out of nowhere. So sometimes when big tragic things happen, I feel it before I even know it's happening. I'll feel crises in the world, the suffering, and I won't know where it's coming from. So that can happen to me. That happens to me quite a bit. And I've been looking to how to protect myself better from that, but sometimes it's just part of living with the world of being hypersensitive and an empath and being intuitive and clairvoyant and picking things up. You're a sponge. And that's why it's important to meditate and to do self-care and ground and do baths and all those kinds of things. So, all right, guys, I am officially off. I'm going. I will see you guys all later. Flip through Friday. I don't even know what I'm posting. It's either going to be the Cat's Eye Tarot or the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. I'm not sure. They're both recorded. I have to check them out and see which one is easier to post. Probably the Cat's Eye Tarot because I haven't done a tarot one in a few weeks. So, okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.